Hi, I'm Michela from Lifelong Learners. Let's begin our journey with the origins of the Italian language. Italian was not born overnight. It evolved gradually from Latin, the language of the Roman Empire. Over centuries, everyday speech transformed, adapted, and shifted, eventually becoming what we now recognize as Italian. This evolution reflects changes in culture, society, and regional identity across the Italian peninsula. When we talk about the birth of Italian, we are really talking about Vulgar Latin, the informal version of Latin spoken by common people. Unlike classic Latin, used in literature and official documents, Vulgar Latin was shaped by soldiers, merchants, and farmers. It absorbed slang, regional pronunciations, and new vocabulary, making it the perfect seedbed for future Romance languages, including Italian. As the Western Roman Empire collapsed in the 5th century, communication across regions weakened. Without a centralized power enforcing a standard form of Latin, local variations grew stronger. What was once one language slowly split into many. Each region developed its own way of speaking, influenced by geography, culture, and contact with invading populations. One of the earliest records of something recognizably Italian comes from the Placidi Cassinesi, a set of legal documents written around the 960 AD. These texts reveal how far spoken language had drifted from classical Latin. For the first time, we see written evidence of words and grammar that resemble modern Italian. It's a fascinating snapshot of linguistic transition. A turning point came in the 14th century with Dante Alighieri. Through his masterpiece, The Divine Comedy, he elevated the Tuscan dialect into a prestigious literary language. Dante chose to write not in Latin, the language of scholars, but in vernacular spoken by everyday Italians. This bold decision helped unify various dialects and set the foundation for modern Italian. Dante wasn't alone. Alongside him were Petrarch and Boccaccio, together known as the Three Crowns of Florence. Their poetry and prose reinforced Tuscan as the cultural and literary standard for Italy. Their works were widely read, admired, and imitated, cementing Florence's dialect as the basis of Italian. During the Renaissance, the invention of the printing press accelerated the spread of written Italian. Printers favored the Tuscan dialect because it was already well established in literature. As books became more accessible, a standardized form of Italian began to emerge. Education, trade, and art all contributed to this linguistic consolidation. When Italy became a unified nation in 1861, only a small percentage of Italians actually spoke Italian. Most people communicated in regional dialects. The newly formed government, therefore, made Italian the official national language and prioritized it in school, administration, and national institutions. This period was crucial in transforming Italian from a literary language into a spoken one. By the 20th century, Italian had become the common language of the nation. Radio, cinema, and later television played an enormous role in shaping a more homogeneous linguistic identity. Migration within Italy also blended regional speech patterns. The result is modern Italian, a dynamic combination of tradition and evolution. Today, Italian continues to evolve. English loanwords, internet slang, and social media all influence how Italians, especially younger generations, speak and write. Yet, the language still retains strong ties to its literary heritage. Italian remains a living, flexible, and culturally rich language, continuing its centuries long journey into the future.